What's up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another season review. Today we're reviewing The Walking Dead Season 6. Now, I actually have already reviewed this season, but I went to go upload the video, and the file was corrupted. And so that's why I have no beard in this video, because you'll see the later episode reviews that come out, I still have my beard because they were recorded before this. But I needed to go back and record the review, so that's what I did. So I decided to look back at the season and everything and talk about the season. I'm not going to go full-on recap like I normally do. I'll do a tiny recap I have been doing with this, but I'll do a full-on recap like I usually do. This might be a short video. I don't know. But this season of The Walking Dead is personally one of, I don't know, it feels like a lot happens, but also a lot doesn't happen at the same time. For this season, this is when Rick kind of starts to take charge of Alexandria and everything. There are the wolves, there's a group that they fight a little bit, wind up attacking, and basically Carol leaves and stuff like that. We see a little bit of Morgan's backstory and everything. We wind up finally meeting Hilltop and getting introduced to a bunch of characters from there. We see a lot more with Enid and everything. Abraham and Rosita break up, and Abraham starts trying to pursue Sasha. The family that Rick was starting to like, Jesse is her name, he was starting to like form like a romance with, like, her family dies and everything. That happens, and then they wind up making a deal with Hilltop to go take out Negan's group and everything. And that winds up happening, but then it turns out that wasn't the full group and everything. And then eventually, Negan actually shows up, and then someone dies. And that's all. And also in this season, Rick and Michonne hook up. That's one of the best things about this season, in my opinion. But yeah, overall, I think this season is a decent one. Oh, also Dwight returns as well. The guy that Daryl helped. He's actually with Negan and everything. But overall, I think this season is a very well done season. I think I prefer the season before this. I prefer season 4 a little, season 5 a little bit, but season 6 definitely does I don't know, it's kind of just like we're setting up. Like, a bunch of like, oh, little bit things happen here or there, but we're setting up for the big fight that's going to be happening with season 7 and 8. So that's where this whole season kind of goes and everything, which personally I think it's a pretty decent season. I think this season it does pretty well. We lose some characters here. A bunch of drama happens. Carol, I think this is where I think I said before, this is one of my parts where I start not liking her again and everything. Like I said, Carol's an up and down character for me in the series and everything. Morgan is also kind of for me a little bit throughout this season with him a little bit. But overall, I think there's a lot of like, oh, we fight this group, we fight a little bit of this group and everything in this season. We fight amongst ourselves a little bit. There's a lot of distrust. There's a lot of like, it just feels like this season just feels like a bunch of small things that just keep happening. Until we're like, it's been building up to like the big stuff with season 7 and 8 and everything leading up to that. All that stuff being built up. That's what I really that's what the feeling this season gives me, personally. Overall though, I think it is still a decent season. I would probably give it a solid 3 out of 5. I think it is a decent season. I think it does pretty much mostly what you want it yeah, that's not what I meant. Mostly does decently, I guess. Um, I hate when I keep on describing things and saying, "Oh, it does what you want it to do." I hate when I describe things like that. I keep on doing that. I've done that in so many videos. But overall, I think I don't feel as much urgency for the characters in this season. It's more like, oh, we see this. We meet some cool characters. This is the first season we meet Jesus in, which he is a really cool character and everything. Um, Carol goes through an interesting character arc, but also I don't really like Carol that much in this season. Um, but I think overall the season is done well. I think it is a, like I said, I give it a 3 out of 5 in total. Um, it's definitely interesting to see uh the way this whole season plays out, and that whole sequence with like Rick and the gang like being stopped at multiple places at the end of the season. It's like, I don't know, it's like really all over the place, I think. But not all over the place. It's like super frustrating, but also very entertaining. Like, oh, here we go again. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. But overall, I think this is a good season. Not a great season. It's not a over the top. Oh, this season's amazing season, but it's a good season. But that's really all I gotta say. I don't have much else to say. Trying to drag this video out. But thank you guys so much for watching. The review of season 7 should come out soon after this one does. So hope you guys are looking forward to that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.